friends, in this video I want to talk about my desk setup, in fact about two desk setups. Each one serves a different purpose and one is brighter with lighter colors and the other one is darker and a bit moodier. Some of the tech stays the same, other stuff changes, but both of them have in common that they are designed to maximize productivity. I think one-fits-all solutions don't really exist, and over time it's enjoyable to switch things up. And that's the main reason why I built out two desk setups, one in the living room and the other one in the basement. The other minor reason might or might not be that I wish we had a dedicated office room in our condo, but I think the result turned out quite good. This desk setup is in the living room, and because of that I wanted it to be as minimal and as versatile as possible. I went with a white color tone because of the walls and the kitchen front being white. It fits quite well without disturbing the look. The table is from a Scandinavian brand and fits exactly into the space so that the kitchen drawers can be fully extended. I wish the desk would be 30 centimeters wider so the stuff on there looks a bit less cramped, but then it wouldn't fit in that corner. So overall I'm quite happy with how this setup integrates into the living room, and I really wish I could fit a standing desk, but the smallest one I could find required a tabletop which is 10 centimeters wider. Monitor. As far as tech goes, I chose an LG 4K 27-inch panel with a 98% sRGB color accuracy. It only has 60 Hz, but I use it for work stuff, photo and video editing, and for this 4K was more important than 120 Hz. Although it would be very nice to have that, since the MacBook has 120 Hz as well. The monitor is mounted on a white monitor arm from Amazon. These stuff can get very expensive very quickly, but I just wanted the monitor held securely, and this one does just that. MacBook. At an angle on my left side I have my MacBook Pro 16-inch with 1TB SSD and 32GB of RAM with the M2 Max chip from 2023. I bought this one recently when the M3 MacBooks came out, and the reason why I bought this instead of the newer models is for one that I got AirPods along with it from Apple, and secondly this one fits my needs quite well, and with the M3 chips I had to go one step up, with the cheapest 16-inch model having 14-core CPU, 30-core GPU and 36GB of RAM, and of course being more expensive. Normally as a techie I want to have the latest and greatest stuff, but this machine being so powerful I didn't see the point in spending even more money for more specs I quite possibly never use. The other point being my AirPods broke, and getting new ones alongside this MacBook was quite handy. Behind the MacBook I have the OG IKEA Fakia plant. Normally I don't like fake plants, but this one is an icon and I just like the looks of it. For now it sits on top of a watch box. I'm not sure if I like that or not. The MacBook is plugged into the monitor and charged via USB-C. When I'm editing I also have my 4TB SSD from LaCie plugged in, and before this MacBook I had an M1 from 2020 with 13-inch and 265GB, and it was constantly full. Every time I buy Apple products, the price for storage is kinda painful, but not having the storage is even more painful and even slows down the machine over time. That's why I went here with the 1TB option and supporting that with an SSD. Charger. Recently I bought a charger stand for the iPhone, Apple Watch and AirPods, and for way too long my AirPods and Apple Watch chose to be empty when I needed them. In fact, my Apple Watch Series 4 works flawlessly, except the battery drains too quickly. Because of this I was several times on the Apple website and thought about getting a new one, but buying this charger solved that problem pretty much, which saved the cost of a new Apple Watch, at least for now. Peripherals. I went with the Orbit Key desk mat for the looks and for comfort. I like the possibility of organizing some stuff at the front, and I keep mainly my AirPods in there and sometimes a pen. On the mat, there's the eye catcher of this setup, the Nufi R75 mechanical keyboard. It features an aluminum frame in space gray and feels very high quality. It has a decent weight to have a secure stand, and the rubber feet are magnetically attached and help with that, and they also lift the keyboard up a bit. I use both the Apple trackpad and the Logitech MX Master depending on the work I do. On the right side I have a 3D printed sculpture of the Falcon Heavy rocket from SpaceX, mainly for motivational reasons, as well as some dry flowers. All the way on the left is a metal door. The fact that the door is magnetic is quite handy because I can store there a button to only control the Philips Hues behind the monitor and not the other ones in the living room. I also have this kitchen timer from Amazon which I use as a Pomodoro timer. Cable management. I put some effort in the cable management since I hate when cables make a mess, and especially black cables on a white desk are extremely ugly. For that I wrapped them in this white cable hose and tied them with white velcro cable ties. At the bottom of the table I mounted a cable tray and some outlets. The power supply of the table is hidden in this white box, also from Amazon. In the drawer I mainly keep external drives, SD cards and a deck or two of Magic cards to fidget around sometimes. Sound. For sound I have the HomePod Mini. I wanted a device that has AirPlay 2 capability, is small and has good looks. Of course the looks are subjective, but I like the added color to the setup and the touch capability for quick adjustments. Lights. But the real mood comes from lighting. The lighting of the space is very important. I love to set the mood with the lights. When I need focus, I set them to bright white, and in the evening, for a more chill setup, I control them to a more orange tone. Behind the monitor are two Philips Hue bars, and on top a screen bar from Quntis, which is adjustable in brightness and temperature. I can control the hue lights with the touch of this button, which is quite handy. The screen bar is very nice for this setup because I don't have the real estate on the table to place a tabletop lamp. I guess that's it for this setup. It's of course a work in progress. For example, I need to get a better chair for ergonomics, but also one that fits into the living room aesthetically. And if you have any suggestions, I would be happy to read them in the comments. I didn't want this video to be too long, so that's why I made another video for the other setup. I hope you enjoyed this video. I personally love to see desk setups from other creators and the thought process behind it. Maybe this was an inspiration for some of you, and if you liked this video, it would mean a lot if you could show it by subscribing. Have a great one. Ciao.
Every single day I feel the Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah. Every single day I feel the pressure. Diamonds in my eyes, I know I'm special. In the gym I gotta get my reps up. In the gym I gotta get my working. I can't leave it all the chances, make it certain. Yeah, I had to lose it all to find my purpose. Yeah, but I won't do that twice, it made me nervous. Let's get to working. I'm like check one, check two, gonna get these bands now. Want this, want that, gotta be stand up. Jokes on you, boy, tell me you the man now. Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah.